another video I wanted to get out and is about meditation, and I really want to bring awareness to how important meditation is. So I recently began my journey doing deep breath work and actually trying to reach these different levels of consciousness and altered states through just meditation. No psychedelic, just me breathing and calming my mind. So it worked for me. I had an amazing experience with the breath work where I actually felt it physically in my body, like just warm energy in my chest from 2 inhales in and 1 exhale out from my mouth, not breathing my nose at a particular pace for about 45 minutes. And my mind did quiet. I did feel energy in my chest was warm, like a warm blanket was set on my chest. And it calmed me and soothed me and really enlivened my heart chakra and kind of healed me from the inside out with a lot of things that I had going on in my life. Moving past that, I've been researching and getting into how to get to the beta, alpha, theta, and even gamma state of consciousness, which is on the level of like Indian monks, right? And one of the concepts that I recently became aware of is about, it's about calming the mind, but it's also about what you are thinking about and the emotions you are thinking about to create an experience, to create the emotions and experience inside of you to get you to this state. So, one of the concepts was Greg Brandon. You might have seen him on YouTube, Instagram. He's basically a quantum, he believes in quantum physics, right? And he talks about how he went to he went to like a, let's call it a mosque. I don't know if it's a mosque, but he went to meet with some monks, right? Basically. And they were talking about, he asked them, he saw them praying, and he saw them like beating on drums and doing this repetitive motions, beating on something, but kind of like in a meditative state. And, they said they were all praying. And he went to one of the monks who had finished, and he asked him, well, what are you saying? What are you praying about? I've never seen people pray like this before. And the monk answered him and said, you've actually never seen anyone pray. What you are seeing is people create experiences, people physically on the outside world creating an experience to get them into an emotional state. That is the actual prayer. It's not the words, it's the emotion that you get yourself into to create an experience with inside of you. That is true prayer. And it blew me away. I was like, what? This whole time, because there's like 4 or 5 different ways of prayer. You see people like bowing, to Allah. You see the prayer you say before you eat. And I always thought it was the words and the repetitive movement and sitting in stillness and trying to quiet the mind and not think about anything. That is actually not the trick. That is not actually how you do it. It's not just sitting there and trying to get to nothing, because what? It's actually creating, that's like a version of the law of attraction, like it's all wrapped up in one. I get excited and the wind start blowing. Okay. Yeah, it's basically, all right, we still, wind come down. So yes, it's basically you creating emotion and an experience inside of you, and that creates energy inside of your heart, like your heart and your brain. Like you want to work on heart and brain coherence and connectivity, and that is actually what gets you to these meditative states, because you're so focused on the feeling that your mind will quiet down as you focus on slowing down. It's different. There's Wim Hof method. There's shallow breathing to get you there, to get you heart centered. So in my own personal experience, I actually feel it. It's not like just like an emptiness floating into space. It's like I'm exploring how it feels inside of my body, and it's like I actually imagine myself I close my eyes and I'm in meditative sitting, legs crossed, and I imagine myself walking down a ladder into my heart. There's like a command center with like buttons. It kind of looks kind of old school Star Trek-ish. And there's buttons, but I can see my heart outside the glass. Like, I can see my heart, and I start like flipping buttons. Like, I start pressing buttons to start it like a generator, and then send out wave pulses. And it's all in the imagination, because you know, like, our mind literally creates our reality. And Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about this too. It's not just your mind, it's your heart as well. You have to create. You want to change your reality, he says, you have to change your whole personality. And that starts with the way that we think. And research has shown that we have 42 genetic cells in our heart that are intelligent. You want to say like brain cells, but they're separate. It's like the heart has its own intelligence, then the mind has its own intelligence, and you want to create coherence between those two. So when you start to meditate and you drop down into your heart and create these emotions and this experience to start it up, to me it's like starting up this like a flux capacitor, right? To send out these like waves, right? I imagine it like sending out waves in my whole chest. It feels like it's warm, it's glowing, it's like a huge like blanket shield situation. And I'm calm, it quiets my mind, and I ask myself for answers. I'm trying to tap into my higher self, and I ask questions. And I've researched these different techniques, watched a ton of professionals about guided meditation, and actually like finally got to like how you're supposed to be doing this. It is creating the experience. It's dropping down. Rather, for me, I think about love. I think about love from family, the love I have, and it gets me there. I think about those particular experiences where I felt it, and I try to feel it. Like, I think about it and I bring myself to that moment and hold it. Like, it's hard to explain, but I'm one of those people who's explaining something that nobody's gonna get. Now I'm that person. I watch a ton of YouTube and people are like, yeah, you just sit and be quiet and it's gonna happen for you. No. Yeah. But basically, you create an experience for yourself. Think about what you need. If this is law of attraction, if you're like, yo, I'm trying to create abundance in my life, you're probably not saying that. You're probably saying, oh, look, I'm trying to create some money. You can say that. You have to think. You have to already feel abundant. You have to already have experienced financial success and wealth. Bring yourself to that time. Like, maybe you found $50 in the street. Maybe you got a job and you were making, your desired hourly wage, or you got a contract that set you good for 6 months to a year. And now you're trying to get back to that point. You have to think about that and remember and create that experience for yourself, an elevated emotion. Basically, you have to, an empowering context, elevated emotion, you have to generate it. Put yourself right back there at that time and space. You have to feel it, taste it, smell it, all of it. You were living in New York, you had a loft, you was walking down the street and you could smell the bakery. Like, you have to recreate it to get there. Hold it and walk through life like that. Like, play those loops inside of your mind. That is the loop, not the loop of I don't have any money. It has to be, or I'm in poverty, or I'm in scarcity. It's the loop that I am abundant, and to know that it will come. If you play that memory, keep playing that memory, or keep creating the future and keep creating the future, you will magnetize it to yourself. All right, so that was a long rant with the wind blowing, but I might edit this. I might just post it raw, but I wanted to make sure that I start creating and getting some stuff out, some videos out, since I said that I was going to do that. But that is to recap about the importance of meditation. It's really to meditation is healing, it's calming, it's the law of attraction. That is exactly how you do it. All these things, these blockages people have, I've had them, I know people who have had them, where you just can't seem to do what you need to do to get where you want to be, or you feel like you're down on your luck. It's because of our thinking, and it's because we have so many cultural, societal things. Instagram, that you might be on one path to something, and then see somebody else doing something, and all of a sudden you drop tracks, or it jacks you. You check your Instagram when you first get up, and you see somebody doing something that you're not. They're 5 pages ahead or in another chapter, and now your whole day is shot because you feel bad about yourself. Or you don't feel like you're on that path, and now you decide to jump and work on something else when you're not doing the most effective actions that you should be taking that day. So there's that, and actually how to do it. I probably should make a clearer video on how I actually meditate, which I will, because this year has been completely transformative for myself, and I'll create a video on that too, sharing my journey and how I got here and the things I have going on in my life spiritually. Yeah, where I'm at spiritually, and where I'm at with feeling healed and moving forward into creating abundance and love in my life. All right, thank you. These videos are gonna be raw for a bit till I get my, get in the swing and get my flow. But like everybody else, the videos are raw. The first couple of videos are raw, so that was me throwing a whole bunch of stuff at you, and I'll look for more videos to come. All right.